Now the dumbest stuff on wheels as we've got a pass for the lead. That's not dumb, that's pretty slick. 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. Yes, it makes us laugh and giggle and shake our heads, but there's no shaking our heads here. That was a very savvy move and perhaps a dress rehearsal for the checkered flag lap.
Well, you know, I'm not sure he wanted to show that card, to be honest with you. If he had that in hand right there, he may want to have kept it to his chest a little bit. Now, the Superbike champion, he's no dummy. He learns quick, man, and so he's going to try to counteract, but Blake may have been holding back a little bit. Let's check that out.
Show you the replay coming to the tri-oval. Blake Young on the 79, last year's two-time race winner here at Daytona. Look at that. That's exactly how he did it last year, to win by 0.03 of a second and 0.07 of a second, respectively, in the two Superbike races last year. Dramas here. We're hearing a report that Pietri went wide at turn one. What a shame, because Tino was nicely in the top 10.
Well, turn one's hard, easily overcooked, especially when you arrive at that session about 205 miles an hour on the brakes, man. Can you imagine trying to break that thing down to first gear and turn it, take that left? It can be difficult.
This guy's had some really good experience over the last few years. Super Sport, Daytona Sport Bike, Moto 2. He was in Europe for a couple of years, riding that CRT MotoGP bike and testing. Now on an American Superbike. This is good stuff. He's becoming a bigger, better, more mature rider every time out.
It's right there in front of us. I mean, he is definitely improved coming back here, and we're glad to see him back in the AMA. And his father was a great racer back in the day, so it's great to see this father-son thing going on. They're just two great guys right there, so we're happy to have him back.
One of the biggest Green Bay Packers fans you'll ever meet has just got past for the lead. Josh Hayes says, I'm going to do that to you when the checkered flag's out. Thank you. You just did it to me. I want a clear track ahead.
Now we're playing the game. You know, now we're just playing with each other, flexing muscles, showing each other a little bit what we can do, So now, you know, we both know that we can't really get away from each other. We're going to see now, because 3 to go. If anybody's going to try to make a break, it's going to be now.
Same race distance both days. These guys run on a different track to what you've just seen in the Daytona 200. It's a different length. The long course is 3.5 miles. The short course that the Superbikes run on, 2.9 miles.
I believe this track will be more demanding on the rider. The old track was definitely more demanding on the tire situation, and I think that's what led to that track design change. When the Superbikes went to thousands, we had some issues right there, really building high tire temperatures, and we had to rectify that in some way. But this track is a lot different. It doesn't have the flow of the other track that we were used to. So a lot of braking zones are harder, a lot of long duration corners where you spend a lot of time on the edge of the tire. So quite a bit different racetrack now here at Daytona.
2.5 laps to go. Who do you like to look at? There's the gap from second to third. These boys are in their own race. We know that.
What I see there is Hayes has been able to get his bike into the chicane, get it wound down enough to make that direction change where he can get up on the big part of the tire and drive the thing off, where Blake seems to still be turning the Suzuki just a little bit now. But as you see right here, he's able to make up all that ground he lost. Will it be enough as he comes to the start-finish line? Wouldn't have done it that time.
It's close, and we've got just 2 to go. Big disparity in age here, 24-year-old Blake Young versus the 36-year-old defending champ Josh Hayes, but no disparity in ability. Both brilliant Superbike riders, not only here in North America, but on a world scale. And Josh Hayes proved that when he got his opportunity to run in a MotoGP Grand Prix at Valencia last year and finished not only in the top 10, he finished 7th and really put AMA Pro Racing on the map. He said he was really warmly welcomed over there and cherished that opportunity.
Well, the rest of the world knows that this domestic championship here is one of the best in the world. We've produced some great riders out of here over the years and some many world champions as well. So, you know, to see I got another guy come over there, and Josh at his age to get that shot, just a great deal for him all around. And he did perform and did us right.
Both of these guys have spent enough time around each other over the years and in this race to know the strengths and weaknesses. Not a great corner exit there for Blake Young. It's a better, smoother, stronger one for Josh Hayes. Is he going to mount a move here or wait to that very last lap?
Well, you know, that's a difficult corner, as I talked about earlier. It's a lot of bumps in that corner, and these bikes are putting down a lot of power right there. So it really upsets the suspension if you don't come back to that throttle in a linear fashion, you know, and do it just right with your body position. Any input on the handlebars, body position, it all makes the bike do the things that you want it to do or do the things you don't want it to do. So the rider's critical on how smooth he is applying that throttle.
Keep in mind, 203 miles per hour as the white flag flies.
I just don't think that Blake should have took that lead yet. I think Josh is just going to sit on him right now. He knows he's already drafted past him. You know, Blake had that in hand. You know, he could do it as well, but he decided to go on up there and see if he could lead a couple of laps. And now, Superbike champ, he's no dummy, man. He's going to sit right here on him the whole way around. Watch.
Sneaky little look exiting turn 1 from Blake Young. Where are you? How close are you? I want to keep you in my sights. I think both know that neither can run away.
They can't get away, so, I mean, really the ideal thing would have been to sit behind right here, but, you know, Blake's young, he's aggressive, he wants to get up there, he wanted to lead some laps. He didn't have a chance to do that yesterday like he wanted, and today he has, but we'll see if he's done the right thing here in a minute.
It's a real game of strategy here, and that's one of the beautiful things about racing motorcycles at Daytona International Speedway. No matter what the category, it always builds to a beautiful crescendo right at that start-finish line. Here we go, out onto the backstretch for the final time, running down to the chicane. Blake Young out in front on his Yoshimura Suzuki. The Monster Energy Graves Yamaha of Josh Hayes in second. Who's going to have enough? You would say that Hayes is in the prime position to mount a drafting challenge here. As they head to NASCAR 3, Blake has a quick look. How much of a gap has he got? Is it enough?
He's got a nice little gap, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Here comes that number 1 right here. Let's find out. Ooh, that Suzuki's rolling today.
Has he got enough? Has he got enough? I think he might. They come to the line, but here comes Hayes. It's close. Whoa! Who got that one? That was so close to a photo finish. Josh Hayes came right up on Blake Young there. And we're waiting for timing and scoring to verify it. That's how close it was. Fight here between the two guys who went at it yesterday, between Larry Pegram and Steve Rapp. Will Steve have the upper hand? No, he won't. Larry wins that battle again on the BMW, the foremost insurance machine. Terrific result there.
That's like a win for Pegram. I mean, to come in here with like half the budget they had last year, to the real mom and pop deal, back to this photo finish from the first race.
This really is a photo finish. Hayes on the left, Young on the right. Folks, we still don't have confirmation. We're waiting like you are. Blake Young gets it. Blake Young gets it by 2 thousandths of a second. 2 thousandths of a second. 0.002 of a second. He's done it.
And we see some great finishes here over the year, and I'll tell you what, that was another one right there.
How about that one, Greg?
That was amazing. Peter Doyle, crew chief for Blake Young. I mean, does it get any better than this at Daytona?
No, it was a good change. We went from one of the most boring races yesterday to a pretty good race today. So, no, good job. Yeah, Blake, exceptional today, and obviously Josh, as usual. So, no, pretty happy.
Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Blake Young said, not quite sure what happened yesterday. I think I might have to get out of bed different today and maybe put my right sock on first before my left sock. Well, who knows what he did, but he certainly did enough to win it in 2 thousandths of a second. Remember we said it builds to a great crescendo. We couldn't have asked for any better than that. We'll sneak away from the World Centre of Racing, and we'll hear from this man and some more when we come back. How about that?